my eye actually is
Yes.
this lady.
Okay.
She said, my husband, so we have to find a solution for this lady.
Okay.
My husband asked for a DNA test for our 2 children. After we had a massive row following my lunch date with an ex. Ooh.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Yes.
She
had a lunch date with an ex.
With an ex.
Okay.
Move on.
Let's see.
Now, this
Let's
ex
see.
came from town for a brief visit. Now, even though he was very angry, I felt very upset that he asked us to do this. Now, the question is, should this be a deal breaker? What do you think?
The thing is, it's a bit, I'm a bit confused with this. Because you're going on a date with your ex.
When you're married.
When you're married. I've got principles. Why did you go on the date, with an ex in the first place?
Yeah.
Does the husband know that you're going on a date?
That's the question,
because
exactly.
if he doesn't know and you're going on a date, that sounds
It's a bit
very
sneaky.
Fishy.
Yeah. So
Fishy lady.
Yeah, so we have to actually look at the circumstances.
True.
I would like to assess and see what happened.
Yeah.
But for the husband, I don't know the circumstances, but I mean, I don't know if that would warrant a DNA test.
How would you feel if you find out that your husband had gone on a date,
With
a
an ex.
nice date, somewhere posh, restaurant like that,
Somewhere posh and
how would you
romantic.
feel?
With candlelight.
Eating fish with some nice woman. How would you feel?
Maybe that's not the type of date that we were talking about.
But she said my husband. So this is a man that she's married to.
Flip it always, because I like to be, let's put ourselves. How would you feel as a woman? Would you feel jealous? Would you be okay with it, lady?
So be honest, because we are females, let's just look at it the other way around now.
Yeah,
I'm speaking from a woman's point of view.
Yes.
In fact, my boyfriend cannot even have a female friend. Let's just start. You can't even go out. It's not about being jealous. You're not even allowed to even go on a date with a female friend.
I don't have a problem
Now
with it.
talking about you going on a date with an ex.
Oh.
I don't have a problem with
No,
it.
I have a problem. Do you know why I have a
refuse
problem
to.
with going out with an ex? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy for old flames to keep flying and coming back.
Yeah.
It's easy for you guys to keep talking about the past and how in love you were. For me, that is even cheating for me, because you go out there having a date with an ex, talking about your love life, just talking about it. It's not even right. It's not even right for me. And she is actually married. So leaving your husband to go out on a date with another man, let's just forget about the ex. With another man, it's wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
It's wrong. So for me, as if I was a man, it would be a deal breaker. Straight off, it would be a deal breaker. But asking about the DNA test, if he's asking about the DNA test, there are trust issues there.
Exactly. Yeah.
He won't just ask for a DNA test because you went out with an ex.
Yeah.
There has to be some issues around you being dishonest in the first place for a man to actually ask you for a DNA
could
test.
he be an insecure man? Because just because he asked for a DNA test doesn't mean that he's not insecure about himself. Because sometimes we have to look within. The behaviors that we give out are usually a projection of how we feel. I mean, I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm not allowed to, just because I'm married doesn't mean I can't meet up with an ex.
Really?
Yes, I would allow my husband to meet up with an ex, have lunch with her, have dinner.
But I would never take that.
Do you know why? No, let me explain. Let me explain why. Okay. Let me explain why. In my relationships, my darling, I refuse to take that burden of, it's too much responsibility where I have to worry who you're with, what you're going to do with that. I have to trust the person that I'm with. Even if you're with Kim Kardashian, that shouldn't have I shouldn't have to sit there and be worried that, oh, you're with this person, so therefore something is going to happen. If you two decide to get it on, that's your business.
does ego have to play? Maybe ego plays a lot in this as well.
Exactly.
You understand? Because to be honest with you, yes, I understand what you're saying, that when you finish with somebody, you're done.
You're done
but
with
there's
them.
some people also, you can be friends with your ex. I believe that.
I believe
I'm
that
very,
too.
very good friend with my ex-husband.
But there are boundaries, there are lines that
yes,
should be there.
Yes.
Have lunch.
But
If I am married, I am married. He's an ex for a reason, and I'm somebody's wife.
now this DNA
I cannot be
test,
out
did he
there having
come
a
after
date
they
with an
had the
ex-boyfriend.
baby,
No,
or-
that is totally wrong.
I think the man is unreasonable. How are you going to ask for DNA test just because she went on a date?
On a date.
Because how old were the kids?
Maybe
How
she
come?
That's why I said
if she was,
there's a level of trust issues in there.
there is
trust
obviously
in there.
and insecurities as
maybe
well.
I am very practical. That's me. I look at things the way they are.
No,
Yeah. As a woman, as a married woman, I don't see any need for you to go on a date with a man. Let's say, even if you have kids with the ex, it's better for that ex to maybe come to your house where your husband is, pick your kids. If there is anything, that's why we have phones.
Why be
you
with
can
someone
actually
you can't
text
trust?
It's not about
Where does
trusting
trust come in?
someone.
Where does trust come in?
No.
Trust is everything
about
to me.
It's about right and wrong. It's not about trust, my dear. This is about what's right and what's
there
wrong.
shouldn't be right or wrong, in my opinion.
Okay, my boyfriend cannot go on a date.
About
On a date
You're
with an ex
married.
as a married woman.
anyone even. Why are you going on a date?
Are you so hungry to go for lunch? Then go for lunch with your husband.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this DNA test, because this is like, when I was reading it, I didn't want to touch it, but for me, it's like close to home. Was it really fair for this man to ask for a DNA test? The reason why I said it was close to home, I have two girls, and my second, the first one is 18 and the second one is 3 years old. I had a relationship where it was on and off for 6.5 years.
Okay.
And when the pregnancy wasn't planned, but when I got pregnant, you understand, I was asked to have an abortion.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But obviously there was no way I was going to do that. And then eventually he said to me, oh, the baby is not mine, and I want a DNA test if the baby was mine. So this topic is really sensitive for me. But then at the end of the day, cut long story short, I knew who my baby father was. And the reason why is because he was just an insecure man, and like I said, we had an on and off relationship where we were not together. So the pregnancy was like a make-up sex kind of thing. If I could say that.
Okay.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, after we had that time out, I actually went on a date.
Would you say it was fair for him to ask for the DNA, considering the circumstances? So how did you feel? Because this is, like you said, is close to home. How did you feel when he came to you and said, I would like to have a DNA test to figure out?
I actually felt betrayed. I felt humiliated. And for the fact that he was saying so many things. And it was a very difficult time for me, because he was threatening me as well.
Oh.
There was lots of things that was
Involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for a woman going through pregnancy and be threatened to say, if you don't, get rid of that baby, I'm going to do this and that. Yes. And this is somebody I've known and loved for 6.5 years.
So in the case of this woman, with the DNA of this, I don't know, do you feel that maybe the man was right, or would you say that, because then again, when did she get pregnant? Did she get pregnant 9 months? When did she have the baby? Was it before she went on a date? Is it after? And
that's what I was trying to see, because to be honest, she didn't elaborate
on much. So we cannot understand the exact circumstances on which he asked for it.
So what do you guys think? Was he really, really right for asking for a DNA test or not?
It depends.
Yeah, I think from your situation, the way you felt, I'm pretty sure if the woman, if she didn't have anything to hide, she would feel the same way.
Exactly, betrayed and
Yeah, exactly. But from the man's perspective, he might be asking questions that we were still asking.
Yes.
We're asking these questions. So he might be asking the same questions like, is this the first date? Has she been going out with us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, again, it's how well you know your woman and how well you guys relate.
Yeah.
Again, I think it comes down to that same thing, trust.
Yeah.
Why be with somebody you don't trust? If I have to be in a relationship, trust is key. Because if you don't trust that person, you're always going to have questions, and it makes the relationship foul.
Let me just come in there. Sometimes as well, like I said, I'm a very practical person. Sometimes you can trust someone.
You, Madam Jealous.
Yeah, you can trust someone, but trust me again, they're the ones that will betray you the most.
Well, when you
this is
betray
about
me,
life. Sometimes you have to be in a relationship with an open eye. I'm serious. You have to be in a relationship with an open eye. You can trust somebody, you love them in that space,
but they will still
you can't stop them
even
from
if you
doing
do
what
all of that. He's still gonna go and cheat in your house.
I want to ask Ramatu one question.
Yeah.
Have you been cheated? Have you got trust issues in the past? Maybe.
No,
you know.
I don't have trust issues. I've never had trust
have
issues.
Have you trusted someone
and they betrayed you in that way?
No. What I'm saying is that we can't stop people from doing what they want to do.
Okay.
It depends on the circumstances. Like for her own thing, it was different for him because it's an on and off relationship, and he's a man. If you are with someone on and off and then they are pregnant, there are so many things that comes into your mind.
Exactly.
Am I the only person that she's seeing? We are on and off.
Yeah.
How come she's pregnant?
So it's kind
Did
of
she plan it?
reasonable.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Did she plan it? Is this a way to tie me down? There are so many things that goes into a man's head.
Sure.
But for you, it was different because you were honest and he was the only one you were with. So sometimes we have to understand the situation and the perspective to judge. That's why I said, if you are practical about it, then you'll be able to see on both sides. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like for her own situation, I think he wasn't right, but for her, it shouldn't be a deal breaker because first of all, you were the one that went on a date with your ex. It wasn't the man that did it.
Caused the problem.
You created the circumstances for him to ask. So if he's asking, he's wrong, but that shouldn't be a deal breaker for you. That's my own opinion.
And I think the relationship could still work whether the DNA test or not. And if she's so sure, she could still give him a DNA test.
Lady, if you're honest, go for the DNA test and then we'll know the truth.
Prove yourself. Oh my God, the conversation has been amazing. Thank you so much. It is a good chat.
Honest chat.
Exactly. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here. We did take over, and this is the Salon team.
Takeover.
Watch out, Ladies Lounge. Love you.
Love you. Goodbye, viewers.